What do you see as the relationship between sort of intentional integrity and accountability?
Well, integrity to me uh, does not mean perfection. Because if
Right.
integrity required perfection, then none of us would have integrity. Integrity is about um, defining a purpose, a North Star, whether it be in your life or in your business, and then committing that you're going to live by words and actions according to that North Star. But Vince, there's another level to it, and that is nobody's perfect, and you're going to make mistakes. And the issue isn't whether you make a mistake or not. The issue is, do you have the self awareness to recognize when you've made a mistake? And do you have the courage to say, I screwed up? It also means that you've got to have the courage to hold others accountable when they make a mistake, even if they are your top engineer or a top salesperson. Because if successful individuals are quote unquote given a pass and allowed to do whatever they like, that encourages the behavior even more and is really corrosive to your culture from an integrity perspective. Steve Jobs talked about the 10Xer, right? The engineer that could do the work of 10 engineers because they're so smart. I tried to recognize some of those 10Xers at Airbnb. And what I would do is I would go around to them preemptively. And I said, look, you're an extremely talented individual and so valuable to the company. Um, Also, beware of the fact that because you're so good, people watch you, they emulate you, they copy you. And because you are so talented at what you do, there might be a natural tendency to think that there are things you can get away with. We can't have that at the company. In fact, we need you to step up when it comes to your behavior, in part because you set such an important example. And you can actually prevent a lot of behavior if you go to these people right up front, prevent that kind of bad behavior, and let them know that you're counting on them. I would put an integrity talk on the calendar of leaders every year, an
Right.
integrity talk with Rob. And we would sit down literally and have a conversation about here are the three things I've seen in the last year at other companies that take leaders down. Maybe it's sexual harassment, maybe it's excessive drinking at a party and the like. And we would actually talk about each one of these. And I would then have a conversation with the leader about, hey, have you seen anything at anywhere on your team that might cause you trouble? And by having that conversation, it really keeps it on the radar. Again, it's an intentional, specific conversation just about integrity. So often, I think what leaders fail to appreciate is their success makes them more vulnerable to these sorts of problems. In other words, science actually demonstrates that people that have had a lot of success in life, it carries with it a certain invincibility or a belief that you can manipulate any situation, almost an entitlement. And it's unconscious. So what you've got to do is you've got to get ahead of it and teach them the psychology up front and just say, look, you have to understand that your success actually makes you more vulnerable to these sorts of issues. And it's my job as the general counsel to help you understand that so that with awareness and with intentionality, you can address it and make sure you don't go down that path.